Beans and sweet potatoes, are they gut healing foods or are they sneaky saboteurs? Hi, I'm Eric Bakker, the New Zealand Naturopath. Let's clear up these maybe foods, the ones that you're not quite sure if you can or you can't have if you've got Candida overgrowth or SIBO or irritable bowel syndrome. I've found that these maybe foods can be perfectly fine for some people, but for other people they can cause bloating or gas or can trigger unwanted sugar cravings. So let's clear up this confusion in this short video about foods that are good for some people and not so good for others. Let's start with beans and legumes. Perfectly fine for some, but again, no good for others. So how do you get around this? Well, very small portion sizes, and make sure that you eat these things that have been well soaked and cooked, so they've got to be prepared properly. This is going to help remove a lot of the anti-nutrients and stop them from causing problems in your gut. Safer still, pressure cook them after soaking overnight and then reheat them, and you shouldn't have too much of a problem. Keep the portion size small. What about fruits? Fruits are so problematic for many people. And again, this really depends on the state of your gut as you're going into a Candida cleanse. I always advise a small portion to try these fruits out. Try half an apple or half a banana and then wait 24 hours and see how your tummy feels. It can also depend on the state of ripeness of the fruit. When fruits tend to be more ripe, they're higher in sugar. When fruits tend to be less ripe, they're higher in starch. And what about starchy vegetables? This is a problem for a lot of people. If you cook starchy vegetables like yams, potatoes, sweet potatoes, maybe parsnips or pumpkin. Cook them first, let them cool down, and then reheat them. And that's going to create what we call resistant starch, and that shouldn't be too much of a problem for you. And grains, well, we could look at the pseudo grains like amaranth and quinoa, and these are again perfectly fine. Most people can tolerate them. Start with small cooked portions, either soaked or sprouted. And then just take it easy over a few days and watch for any reactions like fatigue or gut symptoms developing. And fermented foods, a big problem for many people. Many people introduce these foods when their gut is already problematic because they often don't eat them by default. Only introduce one fermented food at a time and only start with a teaspoon. A teaspoon every 2 or 3 days. It sounds crazy, but if you're not used to eating sauerkraut, you need a little portion. A large portion could send you straight to the bathroom the following day with lots of gas, lots of bloating. You could even get diarrhea or constipation from this because your gut's not used to it yet. Nuts and seeds. With nuts and seeds, you need to use fresh. It's easy to buy something that's moldy. I recommend sticking with raw almonds, raw Brazil nuts, and raw walnuts. You usually can't go wrong with those 3 types of nuts. And you're not going to eat a half a pound in a day. You need to eat a small amount. I would say no more than about 5 or 6 almonds in a day and see how your tummy handles it. 3 Brazil nuts is more than enough. If you want gut-safe proteins, I would recommend you avoid the red meat and the processed meats to begin with. They're not maybe foods, they're more than no foods if your gut's problematic. Wait till your gut's really good before you start introducing these foods because they can be quite hard on the digestive system. Best to stick with lean poultry and fish, and if you really crave that nice big T-bone steak, then just keep it to once every few weeks. So let's test the tolerance of foods in my 4-step system. This is what's going to turn your diet and your selection of fresh and healthy foods into personalized medicine that specifically suits you. If you feel that there's a suspect food or beverage in your diet, remove it entirely for 14 days. That's number 1. Number 2, reintroduce this food or beverage one at a time and only very small portions. Number 3, observe your energy, observe your sleep, observe your cravings, any digestive symptoms. Observe this for 24 to 48 hours after ingesting that food or beverage. Number 4, if it's all good, yay! If it's no good, then back off, wait several days and retest that same food or beverage again. If upon the second time you feel it's a problem, you need to discontinue that food for several weeks, if not a few months, until your gut starts healing a bit more. These foods are not necessarily villains, they're your personal gut variables. You want much more complete guidance? Head over to Candida.com and be sure to check out our foods to eat, foods to avoid, and the maybe foods on Candida.com for a complete rundown of everything I've just said. You got this. Food's medicine, as long as it's the right medicine for you. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you in the next video.